Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nicole revealed to Eric at the airport that Jude was his son. What topic are you discussing? That isn't feasible, Eric said. Nicole clarified that Sloan had fabricated the tests. He's our son, Nicole said. How do you even know about this? Eric queried. Nicole related to Eric the whole tale and how Gabi had been honest. Nicole smiled and took Jude in her arms. I always thought of you when I looked at Jude, because he has your smile, remarked Nicole. Eric took Jude into his arms. Nicole said. Eric kissed his kid, tears running down his cheeks. It's unbelievable. My boy, Eric muttered. Eric's aircraft received a final boarding announcement from the flight attendant. Eric was going to miss his flight. Nicole noticed. You've been missed by Jude. I can tell since he has shed a lot of tears. And EG and I have found it quite difficult to console him because, in my opinion, he was aware that his father had passed away. Nicole said. Nicole saw that Jude seemed content in Eric's embrace. Sloan was aware. Eric muttered. Nicole gave an affirmative nod. I think maybe she felt less guilty knowing that you'd be raising your own son, said Nicole, and allowing your kid to be presumed dead by you and EG. Eric said, I have no idea what EG must be going through right now. Nicole furrowed her brow. Nicole mumbled, I wouldn't feel so sorry for EJ. Nicole informed Eric that EJ was aware of Jude's true situation. And he let me believe that Jude was his. Eric queried. I think EJ thought that if the truth came out, if you and I knew that Jude was our son, we would get back together, Nicole said. After blinking a few times, Eric asked Nicole to go with him out of town. Tate met Aaron at the park to discuss their idea to trade places at lacrosse camp. Aaron noticed that Tate and Aaron didn't look identical when Tate showed Aaron his driver's license as identification. I doubt they are going to look too closely at it, Tate said. Tate clarified that he had placed an order with the DMV for a new license. He paused as Alex strode past, asking, You guys up to no good? Tate presented Aaron to Alex. Alex acknowledged that he had heard Tate and Aaron after a brief interval, saying, I know what you're doing, Alex said. Alex was urged not to notify Tate's mother. Calm down. I won't say anything. I previously possessed a phony ID. Actually, I had a few of those, Alex said. Tate's intention to miss lacrosse camp was clearly understood by Alex as he relaxed noticeably. Indeed, I'm doing that, Tate said. Tate was advised by Alex to use caution and abstain from drunk driving. Aaron said, I will never do that ever. Tate raced off after Alex wished him a happy camp experience. Tate and Aaron exhaled deeply in relief. Tate gave Aaron a new airline ticket for the journey that bore Aaron's name. You'll be in New York in a few hours. And I'll have more time to spend with Holly this summer, Tate said. Tate praised Aaron for his assistance. Brady was the only one at home when Theresa dropped by the penthouse to bring a bag of snacks to Tate before his trip to lacrosse camp. Theresa hissed. Tate had better not be with Holly. Brady gave Theresa the reassurance that Tate had probably gone to do errands. Theresa was certain Tate had visited Holly. You were supposed to be watching him, Brady, Theresa yelled. Brady comforted Theresa, telling her that their kid would be 1,000 miles away from Holly at the end of the day. Theresa questioned Brady a minute later about his suggestion to Alex that Theresa was only after Alex's money. Why even bother caring? Brady said, because Alex doesn't think that way. Brady had gone too far. Theresa said, why are you setting out to hurt me? Theresa inquired. Brady said that he had been making assumptions on their stay in Greece. Theresa pressed Brady to share his conjectures with her out of curiosity. I believe there's a possibility you looked through my grandfather's briefcase. The one your father entered the room with, Brady said. Theresa was shocked. I thought you already knew that Alex was Victor's heir when you slept with him, Brady said. Teresa stumbled. That is absurd. Teresa said that Brady's accusation that she had gone through a recently dead person's possessions was offensive. So, you're saying you didn't do it, right? Brady queried. Indeed, that is what I'm expressing. Teresa said, I mean, I was mourning Victor's death too. Brady said that he didn't think it was possible. Brady laughed as Teresa confessed that she had adored Victor. Brady went on to say that Teresa could have gone through Victor's briefcase even if she had loved him. I did not go through his briefcase, Teresa yelled. Teresa said that Brady's charges had wounded her. I changed from that. Teresa countered. I've grown up. Teresa expressed her want for her kid to feel admiring of her. Brady nodded and apologized. Besides, if you were only after Alex's money, you would have never agreed to sign the prenup, stated Brady. Teresa walked tensely before lamenting Tate's impending flight delay. Brady said Tate will return in due course, but Teresa retorted that Brady's carefree demeanor was the reason Tate believed he could get away with anything. You never pay attention, Teresa complained. He headed back home as Teresa began to go out to find Tate. Where were you? Teresa screamed. Tate clarified that he had been bidding Aaron farewell. Tate turned down Brady's offer to take him to the airport. Brady responded, I want to see you off. That's okay. In addition, Aaron volunteered to transport me, Tate said. Teresa's eyes furrowed in suspicion. Aaron? To whom did you just say farewell? Teresa inquired. Tate clarified that Aaron will be picking him up after doing an errand. Tate could not be trusted. Teresa said, we are taking you to the airport. When Alex contacted Teresa, he requested to meet at the home so they could sign the prenuptial agreement. Is it possible to wait? Teresa said, I'm going to take Tate to the airport right now. Alex stressed that by the end of business that day, they had to sign the deal. Teresa sighed and said she would be going home. Teresa went back to Tate and stated that she could understand if Tate was angry with her for sending him away for the summer. My only concern is what's best for you, and I'm hoping you'll realize that eventually, Teresa said. Tate and Teresa exchanged I love yous. When E.G. saw Stefano's photo in the Devereux living room, he swore that Gabi and Stefan would pay for what they had done to him. E.G. yelled in exasperation and tossed his glass at the fireplace. E.G. snarled, They're going to wish they were never born. Who is going to wish they were never born? Holly entered the room and inquired. E.J. expressed regret. E.J. denied discussing Tate and her when Holly questioned whether he had been talking about them. Holly was informed by E.J. that Gabi had discussed his private matters at the press conference. Holly said, That's really messed up of her. E.J. sighed when he told Holly Jude was Eric's son. I sincerely apologize, Holly replied. You're really kind, but I'm afraid your sympathy is misplaced, remarked E.J. E.J. informed Holly that he had discovered the truth prior to Eric giving Jude back when they were seated on the sofa. And you kept that to yourself, stated Holly. E.J. acknowledged, which was terribly wrong of me, obviously. Why? Holly inquired. To be honest. And I realized this would seem callous, but Eric was completely out of my mind. I had your mother on my mind. I was worried that she would go straight back into Eric's arms if she found out the truth and realized he was the father. And I'm quite sure I'm correct, since I believe I know precisely where she went when she left here with the baby a short while ago, E.J. said. E.J. observed that he had no idea what Holly thought of him when she stayed quiet. I'm feeling pretty shook right now, Holly said. Holly expressed to E.J. that she was unsure of how to feel about the circumstances. E.J. nodded, observing that Holly obviously believed he was a villain. You just acknowledged that you did a terrible thing. You lied to my mother in addition to hurting Eric. She should have the utmost faith in you of all the guys. Therefore, is it really my fault if I detest what you did to them both? Stated Holly. EJ shook his head, embarrassed. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.